Good morning, superstar. So today is July 1st, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so here's a question. Are you on track for your goals this year?
No.
No. Okay, any other no's? I think we should all probably say no. Or is it a yes? Okay? So are you on track for the original goals that you have set for yourself for this year?
No.
Are you ahead? Anybody ahead? No. Okay, are you behind?
Yes.
We're behind. Okay. Do you feel good about your production right now, whether you're on track or not? Do you feel good about where you're at in your production year to date?
No.
Anybody feel good? Anthony, I know you feel good. Danilo, you feel good about what you're doing? Anybody else? It's okay if you're not or you are. You know, this is just to get you guys, to think about your business and where you should be at. John, what'd you say?
Yes.
Yes, you are. You do. So you feel good, whether you're on track or not, you feel good.
Correct.
At what point you are year to date. Okay, good. Are you frustrated with your business? There's some frustration. Ace, are you frustrated?
A little bit.
Okay. Mauricio,
Yes.
you got some frustrations. Okay. Do you know where you're at in regards to your original goals? If you set goals, I assume you did. Do you know where you're at right now? Closed transactions, how many pendings, how many listings? Do you know those numbers? Because you should. We are now into the second half of the year. Do you know exactly where you're at? Or are you afraid to look at what you've closed because you don't want to compare it to what your original goals are? Okay? So do you know your numbers, Ace?
Yes.
Have you guys tracked your numbers? Because right now, for like in the next week, I'm going to look at, how many total hours I prospected, how many contacts, how many recruiting appointments did I do. I'm going to look at my numbers, okay? So I've tracked it for the whole year. And I'm going to look at, so now I can make adjustments necessary for the second half. For those of you who are on track or doing better than what you expected, I'm going to say keep pressing, keep pushing, and don't lose the momentum, right? Because I know a lot of you have built some big momentum. Some of our salespeople who are not here right now have this huge momentum going on, and a lot of you are. But I will say this, don't buy into that you're number one. Don't buy into that program, okay? Don't buy into that I got all this production, I got 10 or 15 escrows, I'm going to take a month off and relax, okay? Don't do that. Don't buy into that you don't have to do lead generation for the next 30 days, okay? Because I got so much momentum going. If you're on track, then keep your momentum strong. Keep going, keep pushing, keep pressing. Tony, I think you mentioned yesterday that you have like 7+ listings. I don't know if you just took 7 listings or you now have 7 listings available. I'm not sure, but I'm sure you're feeling a little overwhelmed because that's what it seemed like, right? A little overwhelmed. Man, I got all this stuff going here. Hey, work late, okay? Work the weekends. Do what you have to do, but don't stop the momentum of being on the phones and doing what you do during business hours, right? Just because business builds up doesn't mean now that you stop from generating business. Why? Because this is an opportunity for you to have breakthrough in your business. You're going, and then all of a sudden, breakthrough happens. And when breakthrough happens, a lot of frustration, growth is going on, you feel the pressure. So I say you got to work late, you got to work the weekends, you do what you have to do, but don't break the momentum because then your breakthrough is going to fall, okay? Now, for those of you who are behind or really behind, what are you going to do about it? Okay, July 1st, think about it. What are you going to do? Are you on track? Okay, and if you're not on track, what are you going to do about it? You have 6 months left. Can you do more in the second half of the year than you did in the first half of the year?
Yes.
Okay, now traditionally you're going to see more in the second half than you are in the first half, traditionally. But can you do more than what you did in the first half of your business this year in 2014? Do you feel that you put a lot of effort in without having the results that you wanted. Okay? Z, you feel that, right? You're putting a lot of effort in, but you're not seeing the results, right? So what do you do for the second half of the year? What are the options? Check the game plan. Is quitting an option?
No.
Okay? Do you feel a little frustrated if you're not hitting your numbers?
Yes.
Does it affect you?
Yes.
Do you feel that things aren't going your way? I know some of you are feeling it. Okay? So let me share with you this. I'm frustrated. I'm super frustrated. Right? I'm not on track. The company is not on track where we want to be. And let me tell you something. I've been doing this for 13 plus years. I'm working just as hard today as I did 13 years ago. Right? Mine doesn't stop on the weekends, whether I'm here or not. It doesn't stop. I'm working just as hard as before. But being frustrated is part of the process. It really is. Okay? When you're frustrated, you're growing. So I'm frustrated with the production, frustrated with everything that's going on my performance personally, performance as a company, there's frustration. But you know what that means? That means that we're growing. We're not complacent. When you're not happy with the results that you have, that means that you're growing. You're pushing. You're pressing. So let me share with you this. I sell myself all the time that we will be number one in the C21 franchise. I sell myself every day. I'm hungry for it. I look for the numbers. I'm pushing myself. Okay? So when I look, I know we're going to be number one in a few years. It's just a matter of time. It's almost patience. Stay frustrated. Keep pressing. Keep pushing. Do what you got to do. Okay? But it's going to get there. It's just a matter of time. I believe it. I've sold myself on it. So when I look at our numbers, I tell you, I get frustrated. I really do. I feel we're not growing fast enough. We're not building it quick enough. Okay? Now, why do I feel like this? Simple, because I've sold myself on the bigger picture. I've sold myself on what all of us can do in this company. Right? And I'll tell you, that's what I'm doing with you guys. Okay? I'm setting a higher standards for all of you. Setting higher standards for all of you. I'm selling you on what you're capable of doing. Because I know what you're capable of. Okay? I'm selling the bigger picture for all of you. Because I know what you're capable of doing. I'm basically selling you on you. That's what I do. Just like I sell myself. Right? I believe in you. I know that you can do it. Ace, I know you can get to 50 transactions a year. I know that you could do $250,000, $300,000. I believe it. I know it. You have the work ethic. It's just a matter of time. It's going to happen. We want it to. And that's why I know that you could do 100 transactions a year. I mean, it's there. Whether it takes so many years, it doesn't matter. But you doing 100 transactions, I could see it. I could believe it. I could see you with the income, the car, the house, the lifestyle, the wealth, building the wealth long term. Selling because you enjoy selling, not because you have to. Right? John, I know that we're going to have you taking 3 listings a week, automatic. It's just a matter of time. You're doing everything that we can ask for, right? You have a back-end support. You're already taking a listing a week. That's normal. You went 4 years without taking a listing. Then all of a sudden, 4 months ago, you're here. Now you're taking average a listing a week. Now we got to get you thinking 2 listings a week. How many listings did you take last week? 2. We have to now make 2 the average, the norm. Where it's normal, you just take 2 listings a week, you don't even think about it. You know, 2 listings a week is 100 listings a year. That alone is 100 transactions a year. And once you get happy with 2, I'm going to push you and press you to take 3. Did you almost take 3 listings last week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not taking it this week.
So you already took the listing. So should you go home and relax? It's the 4th of July week. Let's take it off.
No.
Okay.
Friday I will.
Fine. 2 listings a week now. We got to make that the average. You feel that you could take a listing a week?
Yes.
Okay. Now we got to push and press it to 2. See, you being here naturally will cause you to set bigger goals for yourself. And I just want to say that if you're not on track, that's okay. If you're not on track, that's okay. All we got to do is refocus and make sure that we do get back on track. Don't give up, because now we're in the second half of the year. In the first half, it didn't happen the way that you wanted to. Okay? Refocus. Look at your business plan. If you have to adjust, adjust it. If you want to redo a new business plan from right now, July 1st, to the end of June next year, do it. Okay? I don't care. That's fine. It's up to you. But let's refocus and let's make sure that we make this happen. So let me share this last thing with you, is this. I did the numbers of closed transactions that we have and what we're going to hit by the end of year and the amount of agents that we have. Our average per agent right now is doing 18 transactions per year. Okay, that is our, what we call our per person production. We're at 18. Now, my goal is to get everyone at 40 to 50 transactions a year, right? I want to see everybody get to that level. So let's put this into some type of perspective here. The average agent closes here in Las Vegas, okay, 3 transactions a year. There's about 30, maybe we'll finish 33, 35,000 transactions this year. There's 12,000 agents. Look at the numbers, okay? We're doing 6 times more than the average agent in Las Vegas, right? We have, I believe, because I know every brand, every company here in Vegas, we have the highest recorded production per agent in this marketplace, okay? We have the highest production per agent in the marketplace. And we are number 1 in the region by 35% than any other Century 21 office in 4 states. There are offices that are right there in the top 5. They are 3 to 4 times the size of our office. I mean, you got number 2 position that is at, I think, 143 agents compared to the amount of agents that we have. So the reason for frustration is, for you, is that you have been sold on a bigger and better you, right? So we're only seeing what we're comparing goals with each other, and Ace, you're sold on 50, and maybe you're not getting there and you're frustrated, right? But if you really look at things, we are killing it in the marketplace. We are killing it in the region. We will be number 1 in the country. And it doesn't have to be 500 or 1,000 agents. We have 100 powerful agents doing 30 or 40, 50 deals each. Look, if we only keep the 18 per person production, we'll be number 1 by the time we hit 100 agents in this company. We're doing something right. And I want you to know that we're selling you on a bigger you, and that's where the frustration kicks in. It's okay to be frustrated, because when you're frustrated, you're growing, okay? When you're complacent with what you're doing, then we have a problem. So I'm going to keep pushing, I'm going to keep pressing, I'm going to keep putting messages out, I'm going to keep selling you on this and selling you on that. Some of you may think I'm a little crazy, that's okay. Some will get it. The message in training yesterday, I think Guillermo, it affected Guillermo to where he's going out and working his database that he hasn't talked to for years and going out and knocking on doors. That's what he did yesterday, right? I'm selling him that he has a gold mine there. And if he works it, it's going to take his income to a whole different level. And that's what we want to do. So let's get back on track on what we originally set. Okay? Let's refocus and let's make 2014 our most powerful year ever. Okay? Let's be powerful. Congratulations on your success.